Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithm in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss how to print elements of a doubly linked list in Java. So let's say we are given a doubly linked list having 4 nodes, say 1, 10, 15 and 25. And as you can see, head points to the first node, which is 1, and tail points to the last node, which is 25. And each node in doubly linked list has one next and one previous pointer. So the next pointer points to the node just after it and previous pointer points to node just before it. So friends, in doubly linked list we can traverse the list in forward and as well as in backward direction. So below is the algorithm to traverse the doubly linked list in forward direction. So let's see demo of its working. So first we'll create a list node by name temp and we'll assign the value of head to it. So as head points to first node, now temp will point to the first node. Moving ahead. So friends, the basic idea behind this algorithm is we have this temporary node. So using this temporary node, we'll visit each and every element of doubly linked list and we'll print the data on the console. So this while loop helps us in traversing the doubly linked list and also printing the data. So we'll traverse this temporary list node till it becomes null. So currently as temp points to the first node and it's not null. Therefore the condition in while loop comes out to be true. We'll print the data associated with this temporary node. And then simply we'll move temporary node to its next node by assigning the temp.next value to temp. So currently you see temp points to first node and it next point to the second node. Therefore we'll assign the temp.next value to temp. So it will look something like this. Moving ahead. Now as temp points to second node and it's not null. Therefore condition in while loop comes out to be true. So we'll print the data associated with it. And then we simply move temp to its next node by assigning temp.next value to temp. Moving ahead. Now as the temp is pointing to third node and it's not null, therefore condition in while loop comes out to be true. So we'll simply print the data associated with this list node, which is 15. And we'll simply traverse the temp to its next node by assigning temp.next value to temp. Now here temp points to the fourth node and it's not null. Therefore condition in while loop comes out to be true. We'll print the data associated with the fourth node, which is 25. And we'll simply assign the value of temp.next to temp. So temp.next points to null. So we'll assign null value to temp. So it will look something like this. Now if you see temp points to null, therefore the condition in while loop comes out to be false. And therefore the while loop breaks out. Now as we have reached the end of the list, therefore we are simply printing the null. So friend, this was the algorithm to traverse the doubly linked list in forward direction. Now let's see how we will traverse this doubly linked list in backward direction. So below is the algorithm to traverse the doubly linked list in backward direction. Now we'll create a temporary node, but this time it will point to the tail because we need to print the elements in backward direction. So now temp points to the last node, which is tail. We will traverse this temporary node till it becomes null. Now here we'll print the data associated with this temporary node, which is 25. So in order to traverse the doubly linked list backward, we will assign the value of temp previous nodes to temp. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. Now as temp points to third node, therefore it's not null. So the condition in while loop comes out to be true. We'll simply print the data associated with this temporary node. And then we'll assign temp.previous value to temp. So we'll move one node backwards. Now as temp points to the second node, therefore it's not null. So the condition in while loop comes out to be true. We'll print the data associated with this temporary node, which is 10. And we'll assign temp.previous value to temp. So we are traversing temp one step backwards. So here temp points to first node, which is not null. Therefore condition in while loop comes out to be true. We'll print the data associated with this temporary node, which is 1. And then we'll simply assign temp previous value to temp. So it will look something like this. So currently temp points to null, therefore this condition in while loop comes out to be false and while loop breaks out. So in the last step we'll print null because temp is currently pointing to null. So friends, this was the algorithm to traverse the doubly linked list backwards. So let's move to Eclipse and see the working code. So friends, in my previous tutorial I had created one class by name doubly linked list, and in this doubly linked list I had created few instance variable. One was pointing to the head of the linked list and another was pointing to the tail of the doubly linked list. I also created an integer variable which stored the length of the doubly linked list, and I also created one inner class which was actually list node class, which had data, a pointer to next node and a pointer to previous node. So friends, let's write a method which could print the doubly linked list in forward direction. So public void display forward. So here I have created method name is display forward. So it will display the doubly linked list in forward direction. So first we'll say if head is null, then return. So here if suppose the head is null, so doubly linked list is empty, therefore we'll simply return. Moving ahead, first we'll create a temporary node by name temp and we'll assign the value of head to it. Then we'll create a while loop and we'll traverse the temporary node in a loop till it becomes null. So inside this while loop we'll print temp.data and we'll simply traverse temp to its next node by assigning temp.next value to temp. And at last we'll simply print null. So friend, this is the algorithm to traverse the doubly linked list in forward direction. So now we'll write a method to traverse the doubly linked list in backward direction. So let's create a method public So we'll give a condition as if tail is null, then simply return. So here if tail is null, then we'll simply return from this method. Moving ahead, we'll create a list node temp which will point to tail. Then we'll create a while loop and we'll traverse this temp node till it becomes null. So I'll just copy this complete part. And here instead of traversing to the next node, we'll just traverse to previous node. So friends, this is the code to display the doubly linked list in backward direction. So now let's see it's working. So here in the main method I have created one method which inserts the node into doubly linked list. So this is the method which insert the node into doubly linked list. So this algorithm I will be covering in my next tutorial. So for now just think that this method insert the node into doubly linked list. So currently I have inserted 4 nodes 1, 10, 15, 25. So let's first print this doubly linked list in forward direction. So I'll do dll dot display forward, and if I run the code, so you can see it prints 1, 10, 15, 25 and null. So this is what it displays in forward direction. Now let's display the doubly linked list in backward direction. So we will call display backward and we'll run the code. So here you see it simply prints the doubly linked list in backward direction as 25, 15, 10, 1 and then null. So friends, in this tutorial we simply discussed how to traverse the doubly linked list in forward and backward direction and print the data in the nodes on the console. So friends, I hope you like this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks, have a nice day.